Hey, what is up, YouTube boxing family? It is I, K-Rod here. I'm back at it with another good video for y'all today. Also, be on the lookout for Deontay Wilder NBA 2K22, Road to Championship Journey series. I will be making a series for Mr. Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, as you guys wanted me to do that, so yeah, just be sure to be on the lookout for that, and I will have that video set up very soon. But let's talk about this beautiful queen right here, Miss Dyana La Maquina Vargas. She is a 30 years old female fighter out of the Dominican Republic, out of Sabana Iglesia, Dominican Republic. She's a featherweight fighter. She is 15-0. 9 of her wins came by knockout with no losses, no draws. She's a pretty decent, solid fighter. I mean, everything that's really said about her. She has like a decent, how should I say? She has like a below average, decent resume, and I think as far as like what she needs to do to put her up there in the high level, I think from here on it's probably just maybe just try to get a good name that she could fight. But I figure that I try to do my part to show to you guys who she is and what she's known for. Basically, like as far as her fighting style goes, I see her more of she's more of like a come forward, inside fighter puncher or boxer puncher. She definitely knows how to box, but I think she doesn't use that to her fullest abilities because she's not that experienced enough to really use her full-fledged potential. But as far as what she does in her boxing fights, she's more of like an inside puncher. I think that's really a proper way to explain what she's about. She has skill. I do believe she has enough separation to be put, between all the top, ladies that she could fight. As far as like where she is on BoxRec, I mean that's furthest from the truth to say that she can't hang in there with anybody. I think if anything, she could easily run through a lot of these ladies that are listed in these rankings below. But I think as far as like what we could see from her in the near future, I can easily see like a fight between her and I don't know, like anybody that you see here. I personally, I want to see her take out Raven Chapman. I think she could easily defeat her. I think she could beat Sky Nicholson. She has like the size advantage over her, and I think Sky, she wouldn't be able to outbox her because Dyana, she has like great, how should I say, she has great punch placement to know where to hurt people, and I think she has very good inside pressure that creates enough separation in her skill set to be competitive. I mean, she has like a very like Juan Manuel Marquez type of fighting style, and she has decent defensive reads to know know when to counter and counter and strike at the right times to be successful. But as far as where I could see her potential rise in the featherweight division, obviously Miss Amanda Serrano, she's number one, and she has 2 out of the 4 belts to potentially unify for undisputed. Those final 2 champions are Sarah Mahfoud and Erica Cruz Hernandez, in which I don't know what's happening with these 2, but honestly, I don't really see what's going on. Yeah, Sarah, she hasn't been in the ring since April. So I mean, at this point, she she's been heavily inactive ever since she had defeated Nina Manka, in which she's a decent fight, a fight for anybody. But I mean, she's not really really good in my honest opinion. But she could definitely fight well. And then obviously she wasn't able to to win her fight up against up against Sarah. She was a former world champion. She fought for the oh wait, actually, yeah. She fought for the IBF title against Avisa Travado, but ever since then, she wasn't really doing anything, spectacular. But yeah, these are the two champions that are still, at the top. I personally think Amanda has a good chance of unifying it, and I think she could easily take out Erica Cruz Hernandez. And which, by the way, Erica, she avoided Amanda in the past because she didn't want to take a fight with Amanda for the sake of wanting to, be how should I say, wanting to, get a good payday that could easily favor her to be, set well off financially for the sake of having a big title unification fight. And I mean, there's more to it, but I mean, if you guys want to know more about that, I would heavily suggest going over to Kinda Loco Sports YouTube channel if you guys want to get more information on that, because it's a lot to unpack out of it. But as far as what the state of the featherweight division is just that Amanda Serrano, she's definitely the top dog, or she's the top killer in her division, and I would personally say she would do the same at lightweight and super featherweight and above. But Amanda Serrano, she obviously went back down to featherweight, in which she'll be defending her titles once again against Brenda Carabajal, in which that fight of itself will be very interesting. That'll be the co-main event on the Jake Paul undercard, in which Jake Paul and Tommy Fury, that that debacle is obviously fizzled through through the Dan O'Canahan criminal connections that Tommy Fury has. So I'm pretty sure Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, that's not going to happen. But I would like to see Jake Paul fight that one professional boxer, Blake McKernan, that had called him out aggressively in the past to try to make that fight with him. So I'm probably going to talk about that video, and I'm going to talk about other stuff about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor rematch rumors and all this nonsensical drama that's been happening. But either way, let's just talk about Dyana. Dyana, she's a good fighter. I don't take anything away from her skill set. I think that the problem is just that we just need to see the the veteran level talent be put up against with her. And I think for starters, she could easily beat a rising rookie in Raven Chapman. I think with Raven, she's a decent fighter. She's not really that good yet, but I think everything that she's been doing as of lately, she's not really doing anything spectacular. She's obviously fighting weak competition, and I don't see Raven really evolving from it. I think it's time to see where these top ladies or these highly skilled female fighters can be tested. And I think it's good for for fighters like that, for fighters like Dyana to get that shot. I would personally like to see her fight Raven, and then if she could beat her, then take out Sky Nicholson, and then if possible go after, I'd probably say Sophie. I think Sophie Alish will have a very tough fight with her, because Dyana, she's a very, very tough, strong, come forward type of fighter. And if you don't have power to really hurt her, then she's going to break you down to the body, and she's going to utilize a lot of her, inside punching ability to make the fight, very competitive, because, that's what Dyana is. She likes to break you down, downstairs, and then she likes to work upstairs, but she doesn't really use her jab as much as she should. And I think that when she meets a pure boxer, like a fighter like a Sophie Alish, I think Sophie Alish will definitely get the better of her in that potential matchup. And then I probably say a fighter like Lucy Wildheart. She hasn't really been in the ring since August of 2021, but I don't really see anything special out of her. I don't think that she's that good. and I think that she would definitely get knocked out, facing a fighting style like Dyana Vargas. I'm not trying to hype up Dyana. Like, I just see her style being competitive enough to actually beat, the mass majority of female fighters on this list. But I do believe, as far as like where her career is right now, obviously she's just getting whatever fights that she can get just to stay active. I think that's a good, step in the right direction. There's obviously like not a lot of proper connections in female boxing to get these ladies put out there a lot quicker, so that way we could see, the best 50-50 matchups possible. But I think, as far as where Dyana is in her career, I think she has a very, very good chance of getting up there very soon. But if you guys know, anybody in the boxing game that, that could help her out, definitely do it. Like, I'm pretty sure that she's probably in talks with several, promotional stables that are trying to get her name out there, because she's definitely going to be, one of these, dark horses in the division, where I do believe she could definitely make some noise. Obviously, some would say that she should just move up and wait. I don't think so. I think like I would like to say Diana's best natural weight is at 126, and I think the featherweight division is a great division for female boxing, especially for a lot of these big, young, athletic females that are definitely getting in to test out the waters. But I think Dyana, she has a very good shot of potentially beating some high level names. I'm not too sure who, but I'm pretty sure she could beat a Raven Chapman any day of the week. And I'm pretty sure she can give Sky Nicholson a tough fight, where she could easily get knocked out. And I'm pretty sure with anybody else that's that's in the top 20 or top 10, I'm pretty sure she would definitely have a good fight with them. I personally like to see Deborah Denicius. She's a lovely fighter. I've been watched her ever since I was in high school, from 2009 to 2013. She's been a beast. She's a great Argentinian female fighter, very, very pure boxing oriented, and she has a very, very good level jab to keep the fight in her control. And she's had some very, very good high quality wins. Obviously, most of these wins that you see here are not really good, decent level victories. I mean, yeah, she beat Diana Fernandez, where she was actually undefeated in that fight, and that's a very good victory. She's beat some decent names. I mean, she's obviously still wanting to fight just to, keep her career active, but I think she's a very, very good test for anybody. And I think Dyana, she would definitely give Deborah a very, very difficult fight. And I would also say Brenda too, because Brenda, she's a very tall, well, I want to say tall. She's a decent height leveled, female fighter to give a tough fight to anybody that fights her. And I think with Amanda Serrano, I don't think Amanda's gonna have too much of a problem, because Brenda, she's just a very tall, long range, orthodox fighter. And I think with like Amanda, all she has to do is just crack her to the body. But if Amanda does have some problems with her, then I could see that fight being like a different fight. But I think Amanda, she'll get the job done, because she's not coming to play around. She's obviously coming back to actually show why Katie Taylor loss was not really, her loss to begin with. And I think that the level of competition will definitely see, the difference in her skill set against a good, crafty veteran like Brenda. But I do personally believe that Amanda definitely got robbed in that Katie Taylor fight, and I have like my own personal beliefs in it, because I was there at the fight. But either way, Amanda should have definitely won that fight. And then, if anything, if she really wanted to, she could have just go back down to 126 and then, potentially become a 2-division undisputed world champion. But either way, I think 126 is like the better route, because Katie Taylor obviously shows that she does not want the rematch, and it's better for Amanda to show to everybody that Katie Taylor, she's a fraud, and she can do better. She can do better without her. And I mean, if she wants to renegotiate for the rematch, that's up to her. But I'm gonna save that for another video to talk about the whole Katie Taylor Amanda Serrano dramatic rematch, bullshit conversations that people had rumored about. But either way, I do believe Dyana Vargas, she can make some noise. I would probably say the first route is to try to get anybody in any promotional stable to get her in, and then that way she's able to fight all the top, all the top ladies. I think she could run through most of this rankings, ranking roster. I think she could beat Sophie, because I don't see Sophie having enough power to keep her off of her if Dyana is good enough to use her pressure against her. Obviously with Lucy, I think she would sleep Lucy. I don't see Lucy being that much of a puncher herself. She doesn't really carry that much power. She's more of like a volume puncher type of lady. I mean, most of these fights, if you really think about it, if they were 3-minute fights, I don't see any of these ladies really lasting 3 minutes. But if some of them that were game bred inside the pocket type of fighters, like that, like a fighter like Dyana, I think Diana's knockout ratio would definitely be higher, along with fighters like Amanda Serrano, in which she's still able to knock ladies out even in 2 minutes. But just imagine at 3 minutes, it would be way faster. But I think the right route for Dyana is to go after a fighter like Raven Chapman. I think Raven would be a pretty good, fun matchup to watch. Or I wouldn't mind a fight with Ebony Jones. I think Ebony, she's decent. She doesn't have really any power. She does have a decent punch, but for her to go 6-round decisions with females that are not even that good, obviously they're all journeymen, but I just think if you're like a young, hungry fighter, to which, I mean, not every young, hungry fighter has power, but if you are who you are for how you fight, where you're trying to go in there to try to knock out your opponents, then I would personally believe that would be the right choice of action to do. But with Diana's case, she doesn't need to be knocking everybody out, because she's just naturally good at hurting people to the point where she can win. And I mean, out of her last 4 fights or 5 fights, 3 out of her last 5 fights came by knockout. And I mean, even with her recent even with her recent victory over Johanna Zuniga, in which obviously she's like a career flyweight. I don't know why she moved all the way up from 111 all the way up to 126, but I guess it was probably due to the fact that she fought a lady in Gabriela Alanis. I guess that she knocked her out, and then she won the WBO female flyweight title, in which that's very interesting, because I don't really see a lot of these Argentinian female fighters fight a lot, but a good number of them are pretty good fighters. But I mean, for her to move all the way up from 111 to 126, I think that was a big risk, but she looked pretty decent. I think it's probably best that she can move down to 118 or 122. I'm not too sure if she can handle the size differential at 126, because I watched the fight between her and Dyana, and I just didn't see enough punch placement landed properly to actually hurt Dyana. And I think Dyana, she's just built different as a as a fighter, and I think Dyana, she could take more punches rather than being hurt by a single punch. So I think Joanna, she made that mistake of wanting to fight a bigger lady in Dyana. And I mean, Dyana, she's also taller than her too. She's well, I'm not too sure how tall she is, but I want to say she's about 5'3", 5'4". So, I mean, Joanna, I give her credit for moving up from flyweight to face Dyana, because Dyana, she like she needed an opponent, but I think this wasn't the right decision to actually have this fight next. I think at least get a fight in that you're comfortable fighting at 126, and then try to test out a Dyana Vargas fight. But either way, I give her credit because she's only been stopped 2 times, but out of these 2 stoppages, I I guarantee that she was obviously not fighting at her natural weight, and she's actually she's actually built to be a bigger fighter. So, I mean, she lost two back-to-back world champions in Jessica Bopp and Gabriela Alanis, but either way, I think what the difference to take away from it is just that she's not a bum. She obviously had some decent skill, and she has 9 knockouts out of her 16 victories. So she definitely has some decent punch placement. But I think as far as her weight differential, it would be better to see Joanna move down in weight, because obviously I don't personally think her power carried well heading into that fight with Dyana. But I think as far as where the future goes between both of these ladies, I like to see Joanna move down a weight. But if she can handle and swim at 126, then I don't mind it. I think Joanna, she put on a good effort, even if she got dropped in the 6th, in which that was a bit of a controversial knockdown. But either way, I think Dyana, she clearly shows that she can punch. She doesn't have one-shot knockout power, but she's similar to your Dennis Ugas type of way, where if you play around with her, she's she's gonna load up on a good shot to actually hurt you. And I think that's a very, very good mindset to have, because she's not going in there to knock you out. She's going in there to make it a very, very difficult fight. And I think that's a very good style to bring, because a lot of these ladies that are here in the top 10, most of them don't like to mix it up inside the pocket. And I think that when you start testing that type of fighting style, that's what's going to bring the best out of a lot of these ladies that like to just try to box, but they do very sloppy boxing to try to get a couple shots here and there, but they just try to find a way to just cruise to to the full distance, and they just hope and pray that the decision will be favored to them, knowing that that's not how boxing's supposed to be. Boxing is supposed to be a full endurance contact sport where you're brought into deep waters for every fight that you get into. And I think that's a very good, fair assessment to view the sport of boxing like that, because you should not be training for X amount of weeks leading into your fight, and then you're fighting a fight where you're just going 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes. No. And I mean, credit to Stormy B-Man, but 15 round fights are probably the best form of championship level fights to determine if you're good to swim or sink, or sink or swim type of motivation. But either way, with Diana's career, I like to see her try to get linked up with Matchroom and DAZN, or probably Top Rank. It doesn't matter. I don't think Top Rank really has any quality level competition for her to get with. But I think with the Matchroom stable, she could definitely get a fight in with a girl Raven Chapman, or fight Sky Nicholson. I think she could beat her. I wouldn't mind a fight with Gabriela Bouvier. She had a lackluster performance against Sky Nicholson. Didn't look like that she actually prepared well well for that fight, but I think that's a good fight. I wouldn't mind Carmen Vargas. I think that's a very, very good step in the right direction. If you can fight anybody that's decent to fight, that could be good for your that could be good for building up your resume, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I don't think that it's right for Carmen to probably fight her right away, because she had a draw with Brittany Ordonez, somebody that probably people don't know, but I think that's that's a pretty good step in the right direction to fight. But I would probably go after some of these, like, you know, hyped up, like, female fighters, like I'll use Raven Chapman, Sophie, which I don't think Sophie, like, you know, is a hype job. You know, I'm just gonna put that out there. I think just due for her name, if you could beat her and you could stop her, and then she's undefeated, but even though that she's young, go after it. I mean, take her out. She's definitely in the top 25. So I think that's a good step in the right direction. But if you could knock out, you know, Sky Nicholson, take her shine away. I think that's a good step in the right direction too. But I don't know, man. I think honestly, I think Dyana has a very, very good promising career, and I don't think that she's not that good. Like I actually do think, like grade wise, she's a good B level to, like, you know, borderline A minus, like A minus level fighter, and I think she could do some damage at 126. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dyana Vargas will make some noise in boxing? And what route do you want her to go for her to expand her career? So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe, and share the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And salute to Dyana La Maquina Vargas out of the Dominican Republic. Alright, I'll see you guys. Bye.